Okay, so sorry about that. All right, so today we started chapter 6. Okay, and we're going to start to look at equations. All right, start to look at equations and solving them. Okay, we came up with 2 rules today in class. Number 1, inverse operations. All right, inverse operations, which basically means do opposite. All right, and the second rule was apply the rule to both sides. Okay, those are the 2 rules we came up with in class. I'll expand on those as we go through here. All right, but when we start to solve our algebra equations, we're going to start simple with little one-step equations. Okay, so 36 equals k plus 75. All right, our job here tonight is to solve this equation. Our job is to find the missing piece. So basically, our job is to figure out what k is going to be equal to. All right, what k is going to be equal to. So our 2 rules that we came up with was number 1, we wanted, in order to do that, we're going to do inverse operations, which basically means we're going to do the opposite. So we see a plus sign. So in order for us to do the opposite, that means we're going to subtract. Okay, we've only got 2 terms. So we have to choose between 36 minus 75 or 75 minus 36. All right, which one are we going to do? And our rule has been to take the number away from the variable. Okay, so here's k, so we want to bring the 75 over here. All right, so we're going to do 36 minus 75. So that's our first part, inverse operations. We did the opposite. And then our second part is apply your rule to both sides. Our rule is to subtract 75. So we're going to apply that to both sides of the equation. Okay, sides meaning we're separated by the equal sign. Okay, so on the left, and again, we want to just keep our equal signs lined up. I'm going to bring them straight down. So here we got 36 minus 75, okay, which is going to be 39 negative. Over here, 75 minus 75 goes to 0, so we can eliminate those. And the only thing we have left on this side of our equation is our variable k. K equals negative 39, exactly what we wanted to figure out. Short, sweet, done. Okay, short and sweet and done. All right. So h over negative 9 equals 12. All right. So again, our 2 rules, we want to do the opposite. All right, and our job here, our goal is to figure out what h equals. Well, I see a big old division sign. Okay, so the opposite of that means we're going to multiply. Following our example here, we move the 75 away from the variable, so we want to move the negative 9 away from the variable, so we're going to bring the negative 9 over, and the opposite of divide is to multiply. We're going to apply our rule to both sides, so if we're going to times negative 9, we're going to times negative 9. Bring down our equals. 12 times negative 9 is a negative 108. Back here on the front of the equal sign, dividing by negative 9 and multiplying by negative 9, those 2 steps cancel each other out. So once they cancel each other out, the only thing left over here is our variable. So we bring it down. H equals negative 108. We just solved it because that was our goal. Figure out what the variable equals. Okay. All right, so the last version here we want to look at, example number 3. All right, 3k plus 10k equals 100. Now, what we should notice is different about this is we have some like terms here together on this side. So this goes back to what we've done in the first 3 chapters. Anytime we have this kind of a setup, 3k plus 10k, we know we can group those and rewrite that as 13k. We can add those together. All right. Now we've got it ready to solve. So we did a simplify step first, and then we're going to do some solving from here on out. So we got 13 times k. So our rule's been to do the opposite. So the opposite of multiply is to divide. All right. We want to move numbers away from the letters. So we're going to move 13 over here. We're going to apply our rule to both sides. So if we're going to divide by 13, we're going to divide by 13. Okay, again, keeping my equal sign in a nice straight line to keep stuff organized. 13 divided by 13 leaves us with 1. So we get k, or 1k. Means the same thing. And then over here we have 100 divided by 13, which eludes me 7. I thought I knew this. 6 is a 78. 8. It's a 104. Guess I could have got a 9. 117. We get a 3. Yeah. 2. Okay. Well, I don't know how long this thing's going to go, so I'm going to k equals 7.692. If I'd had my calculator handy, we could have got 100 divided by 13, and oh goodness gracious, glad that this thing goes on for a long time. So 7.692. All right, so that's how you do your homework tonight. As always, do the best you can, and bring any questions to class tomorrow. Have a good night.